T&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Monument Field on the campus of Adelphi University in Garden City, New York. T&D Sports Video Production presents the Orland & Cohen Game of the Week between the number 2 Lady Spartans of Sacred Heart Academy and the number 1 Friars of St. Anthony's High School. Alongside my broadcast partner, Danielle Gallagher, my name is Chris Cayozzo, and we'll be bringing you the Nassau-Suffolk Girls Catholic High School Girls Athletic Association AA title game. Danielle, we have 2 great teams today, the number 1 versus the number 2. This rivalry is becoming big for the Catholic School League. We'll start with the number 2 seed, Sacred Heart Academy.
Yeah, just to talk about Sacred Heart a little bit, tale of 2 worlds. You've got the first game, they lost by 1. Second game is a bit of a blowout. So we'll see who shows up today. I think really important is the loss of Caitlin Bendowski, and it was important to see who steps up for Sacred Heart tonight. Throughout the season, it's been Fravert and Bowden has done a phenomenal job. Caitlin Bowden's one of the standout players of the year for Sacred Heart. Lefty goalie coming in, standing on her head in certain games. She had 18 saves in the first game and has done a phenomenal job against the Friars.
I got to see Sacred Heart before the Bendowski injury and after the Bendowski injury versus St. Anthony's when they had Bendowski, and then after versus Oak Knoll. And this team looks like a well-oiled machine we have Shannon Mayer, Kaylee Fravert, a couple of big players that could fill in for Bendowski's absence. Now to switch over to the number 1, St. Anthony's Friars, who come in on the season. They're doing really well, 14-3. They have a lot of seniors and are a well-coached team.
Yeah, they definitely do. You've got Kat McAter taking the draw, and then Ava Biancardi, who's been a standout throughout the year. It's going to be an interesting game. Biancardi again got shut out in one of these Sacred Heart games. We're going to see what she does tonight.
2 different games for Biancardi. The first time they played, 5 goals. She was our player of the game. The second time, she had 0 goals, and they only won by 1 goal, an overtime thriller. Now we're going to switch to our player of the game, spotlight player of the game, Kat McAteer.
Yeah, Kat McAteer, as I said earlier, does a phenomenal job on the draw. She's going to be going to Navy next year. Just watching this kid play, she contributes all over the field. She's a standout defender. She does a phenomenal job in transition. And just be aware of her on the draw. She controls where the ball goes throughout.
And that's one of the keys to our game. But we will come back and talk about that after this quick break here at Monument Field on the campus of Adelphi University. We'll be back for the Orland & Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
There's a nice dish, and there's a score. Birdie goes boom.
Incredible pass.
That's Chloe Humphrey. That's a beautiful move.
Eaton goes. She shoots. High. No. A goal. Eaton is eating.
Calabria ahead inside. High save again. 15 saves. She is the real deal.
Got to give it up. He does to his brother, who scored.
Spalina to Spalina.
Gets it up. McNamara. He rips it and he scores. Marlon, shot is a save. Fitzpatrick nearly slips down. He fires and he scores. There's the game winner.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Back here at Madamed Field on the campus of Adelphi University, Garden City, New York. A beautiful spring day here in May for a championship game. Just tuning in, it's going to be between the Sacred Heart Lady Spartans and the St. Anthony's Friars as we take a moment of stoppage for the national anthem.
Officials for tonight's matchup are Jerry Cunningham, Angela Barrow, Randy Lee, and the table official is Frank Fiornelli. Please remain with us at the conclusion of tonight's game for our awards ceremony.
Back here alongside my broadcast partner Danielle Gallagher. Before the opening draw, Danielle, a few keys for each team.
Yeah, I think for Sacred Heart, it's going to be big defense. They've got to step up on D, shut down St. Anthony's threats, and do what they can when they get the ball down on their attacking end. I think smart possessions are going to be key for both teams, but for Sacred Heart, it's really going to be how much does their defense shut down St. Anthony's big scores.
And we noticed that the first time when I worked the St. Anthony's Sacred Heart game, the first run around when they won by 3 goals, the score was 11-8. St. Anthony's had time of possession. It was a very close game. I thought, first to 10 goals, it was going to win. It was a lot of back and forth action. St. Anthony's had a lot of free positions, and they executed on the goals.
Going back to defense, it's going to be minimizing your fouls and minimizing the time that you're going to put people on that free position line.
As St. Anthony's is led in prayer by their Monsignor before the opening draw. They're used to this championship game. They've been here almost every year for a long amount of years, and you've seen it.
Yeah, this is a big rivalry. And it's kind of funny looking at the sidelines. Summer Ferraro's been coaching at St. Anthony's for years. You've got Morgan Molinari, who's been coaching Sacred Heart for years as well. She's got some assistant coaches that she's added, a little bit of firepower. She's got a BC graduate, Kara Urbank, on there, and a BU graduate, Daniela Trasco. So it's interesting to see what they're doing with their staff and what they could do today.
This is now becoming a rivalry. When I talked to Coach Molinari today, she said that, it's been St. Anthony's all these years winning and winning, and she feels like this year could be the year that they win. A few things that she mentioned to me, she said, it has to be a very strategic game. They have to play almost a perfect game to win. On the draw, they have to win the draw. They have to get that ball out of the draw circle and right up the field. I noticed from the last time they played at Oak Knoll, they play a very slow and very conservative game. They play very slow. St. Anthony's can go up and down the field very quick. So we have two different game styles today. I'm curious to see if Sacred Heart changes up the game plan from the last time they met.
I think they want to control the tempo, and I think exactly what you said. They don't want to let St. Anthony's get out and run the midfield and be explosive in transition. So they want to do their best to slow them down and step it up. I think those possessions that you talk about, they want to be smart. They want to be quality possessions. It doesn't need to be perfect, but they need to be smart with their shooting.
For Sacred Heart, a player who I think can make a big impact today is Meyer. She had the game-winning, game-tying goal versus Oak Knoll to send it to overtime, and then Charlotte Brown put in the game winner. But Mayer has some great height in the draw control circle, and we'll probably see her in that draw control circle today.
Yeah, she's actually going to be taking the draw today, so we'll see what she can do in there. She's a tall body, and she's got to be effective for them on the attacking end.
So it'll be Kat McAder versus Shannon Mayer in the draw control circle for the opening draw. 25-minute halves, 2 25-minute halves as we start the game. Couldn't ask for a better day of lacrosse.
Yeah, this draw circle is going to be interesting. And as I said earlier, you've got Kat McAder who can control the draw. We'll see what Shannon can do. If McAder wants to do a self-draw, she's got to deal with the height of Mayer.
It'll be a very tough battle for both of them in the draw control circle. Opening draw and a whistle. It will go to the black and gold.
Yeah, on that I think somebody went over the line early. That's a bad mistake, and that's not a possession you want to lose.
So McAder will start possession for her team. Biancardi, you see on the right side of the field, a key player, played well the first time they played, was held with 0 goals the second time as Tess Calabria behind the net. She passes behind the back, and that's a blocked shot. First shot behind the back by Abby Lacasio, headed to Northwestern next year, and a pretty wild way to start out the game.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the best shot opportunity to take there.
Showing off to the fans early in the championship. The pass, the cut, and a goal.
That's a beautiful pass. You'll see it in the replay, but she does a really good job. I think that's a backdoor cut, and we'll see what happens on the replay here.
Number 2, Megan Kenny.
You've got a lefty feeder off on the left side. She does a really good job of just giving a great lead pass on that. And unfortunately, you don't have a body on that cutter, and that makes it an easy catch to a shot.
Megan Kenny, this sophomore, she's also, this is her only sport, the single sport athlete, sophomore, a young player, getting it done early for the Friars.
Young player, defender. She's a player that we're going to notice a lot in midfield transition. She's got some wheels.
So a hot start, 55 seconds into the game for the Friars. As now it's Sacred Heart off the draw control circle.
Yeah, that's a great draw. Way to stay with the ball on that. Come up with that possession. Just got to watch that foul in the middle. Get your feet moving when you possess that ball.
So now Sacred Heart with their first possession of the game. And as we talked earlier, me and Danielle said, time of possession and the quality possessions that each team can maintain will be big.
Yeah, I've seen a few of St. Anthony's games this year, and they do a really good job on their ride. So Sacred Heart needs to make sure they spread the field out and utilize all their players when they're going into transition.
Mayer has it left side of the field. St. Anthony's a great defensive team. Good defense there.
Yeah, St. Anthony does a great job with their slides. They work together on D. They make sure that 1v1 drives are not an individual defensive opportunity, but they play a really good helping sliding defense.
Mayer up top.
Leaving
She
her in
has
the
speed.
1v1. She's got some space.
Good dish off. Pass up front. That's blocked. And a good ground ball there by St. Anthony's, and they'll be on the move. And we talked about their speed, and you see that early.
Yeah, we talked about it. They want to push the ball and see what they could do in transition, and they're going to the races.
That was Taylor Cullen, and that's a goal.
It's a beautiful fake by Calabria.
Tess Calabria with the second goal of the game.
Yeah, again, it starts with that opportunity, getting the ball down quick. Defense kind of falls asleep there, and they find Calabria a great fake to a beautiful finish.
That's her first goal of the game.
Yeah, Calabria's another one to keep an eye on. She's a very potent attacker, and she does some great things for St. Anthony's down on their attacking end.
Another sophomore. She plays basketball at St. Anthony's, so this two-sport athlete, sophomore. The sophomore class really getting it done early for the Friars.
Yeah, you know, you hear it all the time from college coaches. They love the multi-sport athlete.
A few on this team. So now each team has 1A draw. So ball is up. So you can get this ground ball.
Nothing's going to be easy on this draw circle. Everybody's fighting hard for it.
And that's number 10, Rose Christie, a familiar name that we've called a lot this year. She's a junior going to Villanova in 2 years. That's McAdoo, lets the ball bounce in front of her. Almost loses it, she does, and she maintains a long down the field pass back to Christie, left side, and now she slows things up.
Yeah, McAdoo, that's a smart play to just kind of play that, keep that ball in front of your body rather than losing it on that sideline.
It's a great pick there. Shoots, and
Great
Bowden
save.
with the save, and that's her first of the day, and that's something we talked about early, Danielle, her play between the pipes.
Yeah, I think her play really fuels the defense. You know, every save she makes, that kind of puts a big spark in the D and gives them confidence, and her confidence as well.
She has shown up both games for St. Anthony's, unfortunately both losses, but she and her defense have really showed up for this tough #1 seed, as Sacred Heart will be on their second possession of the game.
Yeah, and the other thing that you want to see Sacred Heart do is you want to reward your goalie. When your goalie plays well, you want to come down down to their end and put the ball in the back of the net. Now we're off to the races again. You got McAdoo with the ball, trying to bring the ball in transition.
McAdoo gets doubled. She'll give it up. There's Megan Kenny again. She has the first goal of the game, looking for number 2. And now St. Anthony's will get in a groove here, slow things down.
And St. Anthony, they really like to work the backside left of the crease. That opens up your righty cutters. So we'll see how much they utilize that this evening.
Kind of a careless turnover there. Pass just went out of bounds. We're 5 minutes into the game alongside Danielle Gallagher. My name's Chris Caiozzo here on the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production. 2-0, Friars here early. Got a good turnout today. Sacred Heart to the right, St. Anthony's to the left.
Yeah, we've got a big crowd.
As Sacred Heart now turns it over.
I think Sacred Heart's got to limit these turnovers.
Biancardi, we haven't called her name much. Pass and a foul.
A little bit of a delayed whistle on that. I was going to say earlier, when St. Anthony's turned it over, Sacred Heart needs to really turn that into something positive for their team. Again, St. Anthony's working the back left of the crease.
It's Meredith McFarland. She's not playing at UVA next year. She's just going there for academics. Shot wide. That was Megan Kenny.
Yeah, the defender had her hands all over that shot, so it's kind of a tough shot to take and really hard to rip it when the defender's doing a really good job.
St. Anthony's looking to go up 3-0 here. We're about 6 minutes in play. Calabria has speed. She wraps around and scores!
Yeah.
Tess Calabria with number 2 within 3 minutes of each other.
Yeah, on this, Calabria just works the shake and bake, you know, trying to step up the defender, and the defender gets a little confused. She gets a step behind, throws the fake, and puts it right past Bowden.
Tough angle there for both Calabria and Bowden. Just snuck it past her, top right.
Yeah, that fake buys you a lot of space.
So So Calabria with 2 here early. All Friars 6 minutes in. Now we have a new player in the draw circle for Sacred Heart. That's number 30.
Kira Brown. She's going to be going to Wesleyan next year, a senior for Sacred Heart. She's another player that Morgan said, you know, she's looking for good things in transition, a big defender for them, and also she can finish.
Her sister had the game winner versus Oak Knoll.
There you go.
And she takes the draw, wins the draw.
Again, these possessions, when you come up with the ball, you're not looking for the perfect game, but you're looking for good, smart, quality rips.
Let's see if Sacred Heart can get on the board here. St. Anthony's defense has been great early.
And Chris, you said it early that Sacred Heart's going to play more of a patient offense, patient style, work it, and that right there is proof of it. But you get the shot called back. Kind of unfortunate.
They do get the shot called back. We've
call.
seen that multiple times. And let's see if Mayer could execute here on the free position.
Listen, there's some teams at the high school level and the college level, they do a great job of crashing on free position shots. And right there, that's exactly what St. Anthony's did.
That's their goalie, Lexi Zank, the sophomore. So another young player for the Friars as they move up quick. McAter goes, shoots, and a score! 4-0 St. Anthony's. McAter moved that up. By the time I looked down, she was in the offensive zone and gets it done and makes it 4-0.
Yeah, one of the tough things for Sacred Heart is she's a defender coming in. You expect her to give it up, and she keeps the ball, runs in. Again, another low-angle shot, and just placed it really well.
Timeout here called by Coach Morgan O'Connor. About 7 minutes into the game. We'll be back here on the Orland & Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Pass around. It'll be number 2 with the shot and the goal! Joe Hobart. Now the even strength. Worthine pass and a pass and a goal! Shot wide. Saved by Mathis!
Mathis has some magic, the magician.
Good pass there by Sachem East. Arena winds up and scores! Cross the line. 6 saves. Oh my! Forced turnover and a goal. Tim Wright. Pass. Shoots. Scores! Has the left side of the field. Takes it himself. Shoots. And a goal!
By Ward Melville, 8-4.
It's not that bad. Let's see if he shoots. And a goal! We're at 5 seconds. Off the left hand. Shoots. And a goal! Welcome back. Monomed Field here at Adelphi University, Garden City, New York. T&D Sports Video Production, Orland & Cohen Game of the Week alongside Danielle Gallagher, Chris Cayozzo on today's game. We're about 7 minutes in, and Danielle, it's been all Friars.
Yeah, Chris, I think Sacred Heart just has to find their mojo down on the defensive end. Bowden's got to come up with some saves. I think she's doing a good job. I think it's also tough that these shooters are taking some really nice shots. Once the defenders start getting bodies on these shooters, I think things will start to go Sacred Heart's way.
I think Calabria's done a great job with the fakes on Bowden as there's a whistle.
Yeah, for any young players out there, fakes buy you a lot of time. They buy your hands freedom when you're shooting, and they buy you space.
So we'll do this again off the timeout from Coach O'Connor. Last time I broadcasted Sacred Heart, they went down 3-0 versus Oak Knoll. Coach O'Connor takes the timeout and things change. So let's see if things could change here in a big AA championship game for Sacred Heart.
The other thing to think about, it's 4-0. But the other thing is you can't let that get in your head. You've got to fight and you've got to battle and you've got to keep plugging away and chipping away at that lead.
Sam DiCarlo off the draw. She has it. She is not committed anywhere, the junior.
So Sacred Heart on this needs to do a really good job of just locking up those cutters.
That's Abby Lacasio. She's headed to Northwestern. Senior captain shoots wide, and it'll maintain possession for the Friars.
Yeah, that was close. I thought that ball could have gone either way. The goalie did a great job of getting behind there and trying to play that shot out and get possession.
Good fake, and there's a foul there, Danielle.
Yeah, just a little too much contact.
So free position for St. Anthony's. It'll be Tanner Scarola going to Clemson, the future Tiger, straight ahead, one-on-one. She goes, and a save by Bowden.
Yeah,
and
we
now
talked about free position shots. That's a great save by Bowden and an amazing job by her defender to come up with that shot on the backside of the end line.
let's see, the ride can interrupt Sacred Heart's possession, and there was a foul there. Just a little too aggressive there on the defensive end.
Yeah, looking at the free position shot here, Bowden does a great job of stepping and getting her stick on that ball. And unfortunately, we didn't see the defender, but she did a really good job of getting at that end line.
Sacred Heart player slips up, but they will maintain possession. That's Elizabeth Darcy getting the double team. But now,
I think she got a little lost with the end line there.
stepped on the end line.
Sideline.
Sideline. Thinking of basketball. And that's McAder. Calling her name a lot. She already has one goal. Very speedy player for St. Anthony's. Sam DiCarlo brings it up. Looking for the cutter. And that's something we've seen a lot from St. Anthony's.
Yeah, again, they like that left side. When you've got some lefties, that sets up your righty cutters. If they're going to stay on the backside left of that crease, it sets up some really nice right cuts.
Another wide shot there by Abby Lacasio. She was a part of the Under Armour senior game this year.
Yeah, Abby's a stand-up player. She can finish, that's for sure.
So St. Anthony's maintains possession. There's Biancardi.
Yeah, this is the first time today we're seeing St. Anthony's working the ball from up top.
Good pass. The angle wasn't there. Good ball movement. And she loses it. Ground ball. Picked up. That's 45. Amanda Pacey, the sophomore.
Yeah, that's a great communication on the restraining line there with coming up with that possession, and one of her teammates came back to allow her to pick that up and go.
More good pressure by Sacred Heart now after the timeout. Cutting off those angles. Let's see. And the ball's dropped. Ball's up in the air. Snagged by St. Anthony's. Good defense there by Sacred Heart. Not allowing that angle, but she strips it from her, and it'll be Sacred Heart possession.
Yeah, Paisano does a great job of that in a 1v1 defensive position. Just stays with her feet moving and catches the attacker off guard, and the attacker makes a mistake, and she comes up with that ball.
Paisano, great defensive play. Called her name a lot versus Oak Knoll. She had a great defensive game in the overtime win. Now Sacred Heart, as we both talked about, their slow offense, but in a good way, because they draw up their play. Slow can be good sometimes.
Yeah, remember the last play down here, they actually had that beautiful play, and unfortunately, a goal was taken back due to a shooting space call.
And Mayer can't handle the pass, and now it'll be Friar ball.
Yeah, and we talked about it. The Friars are going to push it in transition, and Sacred Heart's got to do a better job of getting bodies on them in the midfield and slowing that ball down.
Didn't have an angle. Biancardi almost on the hockey assist. A hockey assist. The one-timer.
There you go. They do a great job of backing up that shot, and Sacred Heart comes up with it again.
So
you know, one thing about high school games, we don't have a shot clock. So when you get down on your attacking end, you're not a 90-second push to get the ball in the back of the net. And I think that's one of the things that Sacred Heart's trying to do, is just use their time and wait for smart possessions. They look like they're getting more and more comfortable down in the attacking end.
They do. After that timeout, they've been great on defense, too. Good defense by St. Anthony's. Double there and a foul. And another opportunity for Sacred Heart to get on the board as we're halfway through the first half.
Yeah, as a coach, this free position shot is kind of difficult because you're kind of on the edge of the 8-meter. Sometimes as a coach, if you've got a phenomenal goalie in that cage, you want to think twice about taking that shot. And there they just kind of rush that possession.
Did not shoot it.
Mayer comes up with it.
Sacred Heart will control still. Good pass, but still can't handle it. And there's Fravert to back it up. Scarlett Cifarelli had the free position. She gave it up, but now Sacred Heart on possession again.
Yeah, I think the hard part with Charlotte's pass was she's trying to pass to somebody that's going away from her, and it's really hard to make that catch not knowing where the defenders are when you're blinded as the attacker receiving that ball.
Did have a shot there, but it was off goal, wide, as Mayer handles it. Fravert up top. She stepped in big with the injury to Bendowski. Fakes right, goes left.
She does a really good job of that drive and catches the defender in shooting space.
So another foul.
Now we talked about free position shots. Now she's in the center hash of the 8-meter, which is a much better shot for an attacker.
Let's see if they can execute for the first time today, down 4-0. Fravert has it. She goes, she shoots, and a save. But Mayer will come up with it. The wraparound, the shot, and another save. That's 3. But Sacred Heart, we have a whistle.
Yeah,
and back to St. Anthony's.
Sacred Heart did a really good job down here of coming up with each one of those possessions. You could see on this free position shot, the defender gets her stick on that shot when she comes back to take it. Mayer wraps around to try to take that low angle shot, and we talked about that earlier. That's not really where you want to shoot the ball from.
So Zank, the goalie for St. Anthony's, with 3 saves early. Still 4-0, and St. Anthony's will have possession.
And Zank's been doing a phenomenal job. I don't know how many saves she has right now, but she has done really well with 3 saves.
So Calabria comes up with it, slows things down now. We're down to 9:57 in the first half. Scoreless for Sacred Heart, 4-0, Friars lead.
Yeah, St. Anthony's working that left side of the crease. Free position shot again because of the low angle, and you've got the defender in shooting space.
That was Abby Lacasio who drew that foul. Again, the senior going to Northwestern. Captain of this team has the free position.
Again, it's a tough hash, but if you can get underneath that defender in the middle, a much better opportunity.
Calabria has it. She's going to go one-on-one.
She likes that low angle shot.
Good spin. Pass out. Good give and go. The shot and a score. Ava Biancardi held scoreless last time, but today in the championship game, she shows up.
Yeah, as you can see on this play, they do a great job of drawing the defender. Basically, you draw and dump. Both defenders got stuck staring at the ball, and she just does a really good job of cutting into space, getting her hands free, and putting that ball in the back of the net.
5-0 Friars.
You know, one thing Sacred Heart wants to think about, and I said it earlier, 5 goals in a women's lacrosse game is not a lot. You can easily chip away at that. It's all a matter of what is your mental toughness at this part in the game and how much are you going to continue to fight.
They've shown good fight all year, playing some tough opponents. Some non-league games for some public schools, Manhasset, Southside, Cold Spring Harbor. St. Anthony's is just one team. So far, they couldn't get past. But like you said, Danielle, 5 goals in girls lacrosse is not a lot.
Definitely not. One thing that both of these coaches do a really good job of is scheduling some tough non-league games. The better you get throughout the season, the better your kids are going to get, the more confident they're going to be once they get to championship play.
Good pass. Shoots and no. Past the goal.
Yeah, she goes wide on that. And again, Sacred Heart has been backing up all of these errant shots by St. Anthony's and coming up with these possessions. You know, now's the time that St. Anthony's Sacred Heart wants to finish on the other end.
I think this is a big 8 minutes of the game here for Sacred Heart to see if they can get back into it. Down 5 goals. There's Mayer again. We haven't seen her in the draw control circle since those opening 3 draw controls.
Yeah, you know what, as a coach, you just want to move the draw circle people around. If you've got 4 or 5 kids that can take the draw, it's kind of nice to change things up and see what each of these kids could do. If you get one kid that goes in there and they're dominating and doing well and putting up a good fight, you're going to stay with them.
Candace Flaherty on offense, a name we haven't called yet today. The sophomore. Mayer goes, and a foul, and another free position for Sacred Heart.
Yeah, you know what, that was a nice, patient set. They didn't get the middle too clogged, and they worked for a good opportunity, and they keep catching St. Anthony's in shooting space. Now they just have to finish.
Candace Flaherty is a freshman, correction. The varsity athlete. So now it'll be Mayer on the free position. Her and Zank. Shirty has 1 shot on goal today, Mayer. It's been saved. Let's see if she can get this one in. Mayer goes, shoots. She shoots wide.
Yeah, that was a nice free position shot. Good opportunity. Listen, if you miss, your teammates have your back. They get the ball back for another opportunity.
That Cifarelli gives it up. Good defense by St. Anthony's. Up top to Charlotte Brown. I'm sorry, it's Kira Brown. She goes, she shoots, and another whistle.
Another shooting space call. That's one of the toughest parts of our game and one of the biggest complaints, but I'd rather not have helmets on and get the shooting space calls to be aware of that safety option.
So another free position for Sacred Heart. She goes, she shoots. In the back of the net for a goal.
Shovel shot.
The shovel shot.
The old shovel shot.
I like that one.
You'll see on this possession, she's just really smart. She knows where the defense is. She needs to protect, pulls it over to her left. And listen, the only option there, you can't switch hands. You got to go with the shovel shot.
Kira Brown, as we see her come off the field. And like I said, this is going to be an important, at the time it was 8 minutes, now it's down to 6. If they can cut this to 3 goals, 2 goals, momentum. Lacrosse is a big sport of momentum, as you know. 5 goals or now 4 goals is not a big lead.
Yeah, Sacred Heart just has to have those smart possessions. I think they came out in the first part of this game and they were a little nervous, and you can see it.
Kira Brown, she's headed to Wesleyan next year, Division II school. Division III, correction. Top 100 Long Island girls lacrosse player for this year. A lot in this game. We have a few. And now the draw control goes. Good shovel pass.
It's a shovel pass from Kira Brown's sister.
Must run in the family.
Sister on the shovel passes.
Sacred Heart moving quick. Trapped by Zank. And it'll go to St. Anthony's.
Yeah, that was just a rush. You know, we've been talking about it all game. Sacred Heart wants to play a slow, calm attack. And when they get in occasionally, they're trying to rush things and push things. It's not working to their advantage.
Trying to change things up for Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart needs to slow that ball down in the midfield, not at the 12. They need to slow it down earlier.
And another foul on Sacred Heart.
Yeah, and Bowden seems to be finding her mojo more and more on each of these free position shots, and she's doing a great job.
Free position. She goes, and a goal for St. Anthony's to make it 6-1. That's number 28, Tanner Scarola, who's going to Clemson next year.
Yeah, another free position shot. Scarola comes off that mark really well, protects, and just places the ball really nicely with a high to low shot.
Senior. After the two sophomores scored, the two seniors scored. Scarola, Biancardi. So a little bit of everything here for St. Anthony's.
Mixing it up a little bit. You know, one thing you want to think about as a coach, there's no freshmen, there's no seniors. It's one big team.
They come together today. Good team play. 4 different goal scorers today. So we're down to about 5 minutes. Sacred Heart. And she might have tripped over her own feet there.
Yeah.
Gives it up.
Trying to move out of the traffic and just get stuck.
Calabria goes in, she shoots, and that's a hat trick for Calabria. Tess Calabria with their 3rd of the game.
Yeah, Calabria again. I call it shake and bake. She does a really good job with change of speed, change of direction. You can see right here on the replay, she kind of does a little bit of a fake, slows the defender down, changes direction, and places that shot really well.
As you see Calabria here, the sophomore showing up for the AA championship. This is it for both teams. After today, this is it's like their Super Bowl. There's nothing after this. They don't go to a state semifinal, state final. This is it. Long Island, Nassau girls, Catholic League final.
Yeah, every year both these teams come and they duke it out. And I think over the course of, I don't know exactly how many years, but it has been Sacred Heart and St. Anthony's in the final for many, many years. Kiera Brown does a great job on the draw right there, boxes out, and comes up with it.
Still a lot of time to get back into this game. Still the first half, 4.5 left. Alongside Danielle Gallagher, Chris Caiozzo, and the whole T&D sports video production staff here at Adelphi University.
Yeah, lacrosse is a game of runs, and Sacred Heart's hoping to find that mojo and get on a run here.
There's Fravert, pass a little high, maintained by Sacred Heart. Four minutes left. Fravert has the defender beat, but she gives it up.
Being patient, moving the ball around, waiting for a good opportunity. St. Anthony's is doing a great job on D, just kind of locking out those attackers so they can't get into the 8.
Good fake. Up top. There's Mayer.
Yeah, one reason why that pass gets deflected is you want to think about creating passing lanes either as the person with the ball or as the cutter.
Just went off a little high there, off the stick, but Sacred Heart will maintain.
Sacred Heart's doing a good job of creating opportunities for themselves, but St. Anthony's also coming right back at them, sliding into space and forcing them to take shots that they don't want to take.
Arm is up, and a save by Zank. Made it look easy.
Yeah,
Number 4.
One thing to think about with that rule is if the ref has his arm up and there's a flag and you take the shot and the goalie makes the save, the flag gets negated.
And there's a foul on the St. Anthony side by Sacred Heart. So Zank has 4 saves here in the first half. But free position for the Friars. She goes, she shoots, and a goal! Megan Kenny with her second goal.
Yeah, Megan Kenny, we talked about her speed as she comes off of the mark on this free position shot. She does a great job of getting off really quick, and then she goes 5-hole on the goalie.
As we see her come off, the midfielder, the sophomore, 2 goals for her, 3 for Calabria, 5 out of the 8 goals by the sophomore class. A
Yeah, they're
very
doing a
good,
great job.
talented sophomore class.
Yeah, one thing you want to think of as a defensive unit for Sacred Heart, start pumping up your goalie. Give her some confidence. Give her the boost that she needs to get herself back in the game.
She does have 2 saves, playing a great game. Could be a tale of 2 halves. Again, a lot of time left, about 27 minutes left to play. Ball is up. Let's see who can get this ground ball. It'll be Sacred Heart.
Yeah, Sacred Heart's been doing a great job on the draw so far.
Candace Flaherty, the freshman, brings it up. Good pass. The shot. And a foul before the shot.
Another shooting space call.
We have heard the whistle today. It'll be Elizabeth Darcy, sophomore, on the free position. She goes, she shoots. That's a goal! Elizabeth Darcy, her first of the day.
Yeah, Darcy does a really good job. She shows high, she puts it low, as you can see on this replay. Comes off the line really quick on this free position shot. Great bounce, and that ball goes weak side high on the keeper. That's a really tough save to make, and Zank followed it low, but again, that bounce caught her off guard.
And I did notice that versus Oak Knoll, the last game I did for Sacred Heart. They do a lot of that bounce shot. It's tricky for the goalie to save.
It's really tough.
Darcy, she's the last year Under Armour All-American back of the cage, top 75 freshman on Long Island last year. And we saw a lot of growth from her last year to this year.
Yeah, the one thing you'll notice with a lot of these athletes, and I try to explain this to parents, you know, you watch these kids, they either have growth spurts, and it could be from their freshman year to their sophomore year to their junior year. Some kids have it from their senior year in high school, and they grow tremendously as a freshman in college. So it just all depends on the player, all depends on their maturity and their work ethic.
Flaherty brings it up. Pass, shot, saved by Zank. Number 5 for Zank. Lexi Zank getting it done. And now St. Anthony's moves it up quick.
Yeah, Zank did a good job. She read that. You know, the shot was high to high, and she was in that space.
So now St. Anthony is looking to close the half. Up 6 goals already. A great first half played by them. Far from over here in Garden City, here on T&D Sports Video Production, alongside Danielle Gallagher, my caller, commentator, Chris Caiozzo here on play-by-play. A great day for lacrosse. 77 degrees on the opening draw today.
Yeah, Chris, it's a beautiful game today. I mean, it's a beautiful day.
Wraparound shot. Goes, the pass, the shot, and a save by Bowden.
That's a nice setup by St. Anthony's, and Bowden just does a great job of following that shot high to high.
That's her third save. We're down under a minute now.
She comes around, does a great job of putting that ball right in.
Looked like Biancardi, but now St. Anthony's will have a free position. She goes, she shoots, and a goal! That's number 16, but we have a whistle.
Goal got called back on that. I think she went in the crease.
Sam DiCarlo.
So you have the officials discussing this. So what happens here is you've got one ref saw somebody go in the crease, and another ref, I believe, saw a foul. The arms are showing an offsetting.
Do we have a good goal?
So I
No.
believe that's an AP, and Sacred Heart's awarded the first AP, so they'll get the ball. You know, Sacred Heart's got 45 seconds to do something good, go into halftime, and hopefully they can make the score 8-3.
It's all about the momentum in this game. Let's see, you can go into the second half only trailing by 5, and then a lot of game left. Here in the championship game, the AA title game.
Yeah, you know, one thing you want to do with the ball here, too, is sometimes the ball's going to travel a lot quicker in the air than with your feet. So Sacred Heart wants to work on giving this person opportunity to get the ball up the field rather than running it.
A good ride there, but now they've crossed the 50. And it'll go back to Sacred Heart. We're now down to under 20 seconds. They got to move things fast. Good move by Charlotte Brown there. Goes right, fakes left, and a foul. And with 8 seconds, this could be a big turn of events here for Sacred Heart.
Oh, yeah. Another shooting space call. So you got Kira Brown on the line, free position shot. We'll see what Zank could do. There's 8 seconds left. Who's going to come up with this?
Brown will go. She goes. She shoots. Another save by Lexi Zank. And we're down under 4 seconds, 3 seconds. And that'll be the half. 8-2, and a great save. And the player of the game so far, Lexi Zank, with 6 saves.
Oh, yeah, Zank has done a phenomenal job. You'll see on this play, again, she is just finding the ball. Brown does a great job throwing a fake. She changes her level. She goes to shoot low, and she basically got stuffed by Zank.
And we will be back for the second half and a little halftime coverage here at Modamed Field, here on the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
There's a nice dish, and there's a score. Birdie goes boom.
Incredible pass.
That's Chloe Humphrey. That's a beautiful move.
Eaton goes. She shoots. High. No. A goal. Eaton is eating.
Calabria ahead inside. High save again. 15 saves.
She is the real deal.
Gotta give it up. He does to his brother, who scores.
Spalina to Spalina.
Gives it up. McNamara. He rips it and he scores. Marlon. Shot is a save. Fitzpatrick nearly slips down. He fires and he scores. There's the game winner.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Back here, Modamed Field on the campus of Adelphi University for the Class AA title, Catholic League, Nassau-Suffolk Girls Championship Athletic Association. 8-2 halftime score alongside my color commentator Danielle Gallagher, Chris Cayozzo, and the whole T&D Sports Video Production staff. Danielle, it's been kind of a one-sided half for St. Anthony's, leading 8-2, but a good effort by Sacred Heart to get back into that game.
Yeah, I think Sacred Heart's, coming up with the draws. They just have to have smarter, better possessions. They're getting a lot of free position opportunities. They just have to finish on those.
They do. They've had plenty of shots. St. Anthony's led by their goalie, Lexi Zank, with 6 saves, and a big 6 saves, too. They weren't easy.
No, she's done a great job of tracking the ball. One thing I always say to my goalies when I'm warming up is you want to see beach balls, and she is finding the ball, and she's doing a great job.
Let's go over the goal scorers for St. Anthony's. Calabria, she has 3 goals. Kenny has 2. Scarola with 1, McAteer with 1, and Biancardi with 1. So we have 5 different goal scorers. If your coach, Summer, you would love to see that.
Yeah, I think St. Anthony's is making it really tough for Sacred Heart to shut down one player or 2 players with all these players contributing. They're doing a nice job of moving the ball. They're doing a great job in their 1v1 drives, and they're doing phenomenal as a team.
See if they can maintain that in the second half. But for Sacred Heart, 2 different goal scorers, Charlotte Brown and Elizabeth Darcy. But defensively, they've been doing a great job ever since Coach O'Connor called that timeout. They've been really playing hard and staying in the game.
Yeah, I think that timeout, they talked a lot about their D and what they were doing defensively. They came up with a lot of end-line balls after St. Anthony's had taken shots, and I think their 1v1 D was more improved than the first 5 minutes of the game.
Let's see what's in store for the second half between St. Anthony's and Sacred Heart. Chris Caiozzo, Danielle Gallagher will be back for the second half of play here on the Olin and Cohen Game of the Week.
Yeah, we've got a couple games coming up with the NCAA on Thursday, May 19th, Division I NCAA quarters. On ESPNU, we've got these games, and one thing that the IWLCA has asked for is participation. We need TVs turned on. We want to watch these games more, and we want these games televised. So turn on your TV Thursday. Check them out.
We will go to breaks and be back.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Back here at Delphi University, we have a special guest in the booth today, Jack Stanky. Jack, the PA announcer today. Thank you for coming on with us.
Of course, thank you guys, and especially thank you, Chris, for bringing me on.
Anytime. You're doing a great job in the PA booth over there. Sacred Heart St. Anthony's 8-2. But let's talk about the broadcasting right now, the field and the demographic right now. You're a senior at Garden City High School?
Correct. Yes, I'm a senior at Garden City High School, going to Syracuse next year.
Newhouse School of Communications.
Yes.
Didn't go to Syracuse. I was a Sacred Heart grad, but I've heard a lot of good things. What are you looking forward to the most for the future of broadcasting for yourself?
That's a great question, Chris. I think that because Newhouse is such a renowned school, I think that's going to be awesome to get an education from the best up there at Syracuse.
One guy who I listen to, Syracuse grad Noah Eagle, he does the Los Angeles Clippers radio play-by-play. It's someone who I would watch his tapes and stuff like that. For you, for an aspiring broadcaster, what's your favorite to broadcast? Talk a little about that.
My favorite sport's baseball, and I think that I find a great joy in the slow pace of baseball and the true challenge of broadcasting that and trying to fill the blank space. So I would say baseball is my favorite to broadcast.
Mine as well. And Jack, we want to thank you for coming in today, doing the PA for this youth championship game, and we will talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Not a problem, Jack. Thank you.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Back of the Cage is excited to announce our collaboration with T&D Sports to bring more coverage to the high school game. Our mission at Back of the Cage has always been to provide the best-in-class coverage for boys and girls lacrosse. We are excited to work alongside T&D Sports to provide more coverage than ever and elevate the exposure of the game across the Northeast. Back here for the second half coverage on the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production. Danielle Gallagher, Chris Caiozzo. Danielle, This is a big second half for both teams. Can Sacred Heart get back into it, or will St. Anthony's continue to pressure and score a lot of goals?
Yeah, we'll see. Calabria, who is a main ingredient for St. Anthony's in the first half, she comes out with that possession right away.
For St. Anthony's, they move very quick, but with no shot clock, they could kind of burn some time here to win themselves a championship. Good pass and a dish! Wow, the hockey assist to Calabria for number 4.
Lacasio does a great job of setting this up. She does a really good job on the backside, and the defenders get stuck looking at her, sliding to her, and that leaves Calabria wide open on the other side. Not the best pass, but Calabria handles it beautifully.
Calabria, the sophomore, getting it done. 4 goals, and we're not even close to being done yet. 9-2. 28 seconds into the second half. Sorry.
Yeah, one of the biggest things on that whole setup is Lacasio sells to every single defender that she's going to goal, and it frees up cutters, and Calabria does a great job of getting into the space to receive that pass.
A lot of talented scorers we've seen so far. 5 different scorers for St. Anthony's. Ground ball's picked up by Sacred Heart.
Yeah, Charlotte Brown does a great job of coming up with that hustle play.
And a foul. Is that another shooting space?
Another shooting space.
As I mentioned during the break, you're teaching me a lot about the lacrosse terms. I've learned a lot myself over the last few weeks and months broadcasting lacrosse.
Yeah, one of the toughest things with the shooting space call, it's frustrating because Charlotte Brown's coming in full speed ahead, and her opportunity to take a nice shot is taken away because of that shooting space call. And one thing we've seen is, listen, St. Anthony's getting that call, and they're winning the possessions on the free position shots because Sacred Heart's not scoring on the free position shots. And that's a much more difficult save to make when somebody's coming in full steam ahead.
It is. And Sacred Heart will give it up, and it'll go back to Sacred Heart as the ball hit the end line. See what they could do here. First possession of the second half. About 2 minutes in. 9-2 your score. Good defense there by St. Anthony's.
Yeah, the defender did a really good job of just taking space away from that attacker, because had she have chased her, I think the attacker could have beat her.
Good pressure by St. Anthony's on the defensive end. I think both sides of the ball for St. Anthony's has been excellent today.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Definitely on defensive end, they are playing like a team.
Good cut. The shot. And a goal! Shannon Mayer. Going to Marist next year. The future Red Fox getting it done. And this could be a big momentum shift for Sacred Heart.
Yeah, this is beautifully set up. You've got a righty crease drive, and the pass goes right into space. Otherwise, that defender was all over Mayer on that cut. Mayer handles it really well and finishes it nicely.
6-goal game, 22-36 remaining. They put 4 seconds back on the clock. And again, Danielle, this is not over yet. This is a deficit that is doable for Sacred Heart.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the biggest thing, we talked about that in the first half, is coming together as a team and not letting little things get you down. Just keep fighting.
So 6 goals is the deficit, 9-3. St. Anthony's. Sacred Heart does, if they could pile a few goals within the 12-minute mark and maybe cut it to 3 or 4, they're in this game. And I've seen them come back from a lot of deficits. The St. Anthony's game, the Oak Knoll game, they have a very gritty mentality to them. They're very battle-tested, and Coach O'Connor said, this is a game where you have to play very strategic because St. Anthony's is a very good team.
Yeah, and Coach O'Connor said one of their main focuses coming into this game is the draw, and I think they've accomplished that. Now they've got to start playing smarter and playing well on their attacking end. And on the other side of the ball for St. Anthony's, they're just doing a great job of playing like a team down on their attacking end, and they're getting really nice opportunities and great shots on goal. And there's one right there, and Bowden comes up with the save.
Bowden with save number 4 on the day. So about a 50% save percentage for Bowden. She's been averaging about 65 on the regular season. It's gonna be a big turn of events here as Sacred Heart scored the last one. Looking to get back into this game with 21:40 left to play.
Yeah, Chris, you were just talking about save percentages, and one thing for a lot of young goalies is to understand that a 50% save percentage is good. I think a lot of goalies seek to be perfect, and there's no such thing as a perfect goalie, but you know, you can't let the ball go in the back of the net and that impact you.
A little bit about Bowden. She's going to James Madison, the future Duke. That's a Division I program.
James Madison is a perennial powerhouse. They were just in the NCAAs, unfortunately lost in the second round, but they are a program that won it a couple of years ago, and they have some great players.
They clogged the inside, but back said out.
Yeah, Favorite's lucky she got out of there. That was getting to be a lot of traffic, and usually if you slow down in the 8, you're going to get hammered.
No foul called either. Sacred Heart looking to get back to this game. Pass to Mayer. And a call there.
I believe the call was the defender in the crease, so they're going to give it to Sacred Heart.
Still 20 minutes left. See if Sacred Heart can fight back. Doing a great job in this second half on the defensive end. Then they turned it into 1 goal, looking to turn it into 2 or more here.
Yeah, on that last play with McAteer going into the crease, next year as a collegiate player, she'll be able to go into the crease. As a high school player, you're not allowed to do that.
A lot of rule changes.
There's a decent amount, and there's the level of physicality is much different at the collegiate level. You know, talking to a lot of college coaches, they say a lot of attackers at the high school level have a tough time with the physicality in their first year until they get used to it.
Free position for Sacred Heart here, trailing by 6. She goes, she shoots, that's high.
Yeah, that was Charlotte Brown taking the shot, and unfortunately she goes into the crease, so the goalie gets the ball.
So 9-3, the score, St. Anthony's. They bring it up quick. It's Taylor Cullen going to Michigan.
Yes, the same thing here. She's got to move that ball. There's a lot of red shirts out there. She's got to move that ball and find a free player.
Taylor Cullen, as I mentioned, going to Michigan. Also a soccer player, 2-sport athlete, Taylor Cullen. She won the St. Anthony's Workhorse Award.
And you could see on that play, she was definitely a workhorse.
Brought it up, gave it to her offense, and a foul there. Sacred Heart player slips, that's Fravert. I think that was away from the play.
I didn't see it, but my assumption would be from the ref's mechanics, I believe it was an illegal pick or contact.
So through 7 minutes, almost 7 minutes of play, it's been 1-1 as it was 8-2 to go into half. See if Sacred Heart can gain some momentum. Fravert gets it knocked loose, picked up by St. Anthony's. That's number 19, Meredith McFarland. Again, she's going to UVA. Good pass to Biancardi. Left, and a goal. Biancardi, not 1, but 2 goals today for Ava Biancardi.
Yeah, that's really nice ball movement on St. Anthony's part. Coming in, draws the double, makes a nice pass. You'll see it right here, makes the pass. She does a good job of getting out of trouble. And that shot's almost screened by the defender, making that save really difficult for Bowden. But as an attacker shooting that, sometimes you want to use those defenders as a screen.
Thought that was a great shot, too, off the left hand. She is a righty, Biancardi, but she used that left hand very good. Kind of a side angle shot.
And great placement as well.
Tough to get Bowden, get past Bowden. So 10-3 the score with 18 minutes left. still not out of hand yet for Sacred Heart.
Yeah, and both coaches sticking with the middle here. They're staying with Sacred Heart, staying with Kira Brown, and then you've got Kat McAteer for St. Anthony's. So both coaches kind of staying with their hot players to see who can come up with it. I think in the second half, it's been about 50-50 for each team.
Yeah, not one team has dominated that draw control circle. It's been, like you said, 50-50, and the refs now meeting to talk about something as we have a stoppage in play. Now, Danielle, you've been around the game a long time. What is in these players' heads, their mentality going to a big championship game like this?
I think there's a lot of nerves. You know, as you can see, both teams came out here in the first half. They were a little rattled, a little nervous. And then once they find their mojo, they kind of get into a sync. And who's hungrier than the other, that's what it's going to come down to. I think, you know, there's a lot. There's a lot of pressure. You want to play as a team. You want to come up and show up as an individual.
I think both teams, you said there was nerves coming to a game like this because this is the last game of the season for both these teams because they don't have a state semifinal or state final like the Class A. So this is the last game for the seniors. This is the last game before they go to the collegiate level, if they are playing at the collegiate level. So this is the last time they can leave a mark on the field.
Yeah, and you know, this season starts in March, and these kids spend a lot of time together. They create some great bonds, some great friendships, and a lot of good times. And the last thing you want as a senior is to be in a position that you're walking off and you don't have the win. And the good part is if you walk off as a senior and you get the win, it's a phenomenal thing for your team and for the energy of your program.
That indeed, Danielle. And it's 10-3 now. Sacred Heart looking to get into this. It's down 7. It'll be Fravert off the right side with the free position. The sophomore, she shoots low off the bounce, and that bounce, Danielle, was a little too short there.
Yeah, I wonder if one of the defenders got their stick on that shot. I'm not sure. And then the other thing, too, is I'm not really sure why Sacred Heart is shooting these low, and Fravert's been, Zank has been really successful on some of these low shots.
7th save for Zank as St. Anthony's brings it up 7, 16-20 to go. Calabria looking for her 5th. She does have 4 already. The leading scorer in the game for both teams. Good fake there.
Yeah, going for that fake again. That kind of freezes the defender and buys you time and space to make the next move. You know, one thing I think we're going to see from St. Anthony's in this is the possibility of going into a little bit of a slowed down attack. Since we don't have the shooting clock, there is no rush, and you want to keep the ball out of Sacred Heart's hands as much as you can.
That's the advantage they have in the high school game, because I know, as I covered a lot of Sacred Heart college stuff, there was a shot clock.
It's a nice shot, great save by Bowden.
That's number 5 for Bowden today. But as Danielle mentioned, they could use that no shot clock to their advantage here, up 7 goals with about 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, and as a coach, you've got to make a decision at what point do you want to start pressuring them out. St. Anthony's is going for it. You know, they're waiting for good opportunities.
Biancardi drops it, but she's going to bring it out, and that's smart to kill more clock.
Yeah.
But they are looking to score, and that's a foul on Sacred Heart.
Yeah, a little too much contact on that, and she gets awarded that center hash, which is tough, again, for your goalies making those saves from that center hash with free position shots coming right down you.
The Rose Christie on the free position.
Got to watch the pass in this situation. It's a perfect setup for it.
She goes, she shoots, and that's a goal. Rose Christie with her first of the day beats Bowden.
She faked me out on that, so that's one thing you want to do with your goalie too. Make them think about the pass, and then you go right down the gut. Yeah, we talked about it. That free position shot from the center hash is really difficult.
So we only saw one timeout, Danielle, in the first half, and that was used by Sacred Heart. And at this point in the game, do you use another timeout to get your team back in it? Or if you're St. Anthony's, do you call a timeout, kind of reestablish a game plan for the last 14 minutes?
It all depends on when they want to send that pressure out to St. Anthony's to make them make the mistakes. You know, sometimes you want to have faith in your goalie that let's pressure them, let's put some pressure, let's make them take shots, have Bowden make those saves. If she can make those saves, they've got possessions, turn those possessions into a goal.
We haven't seen that pressure yet from Sacred Heart. We saw some great defense, though, early from Sacred Heart, only allowing that one goal. And the defense has picked up on the end of Sacred Heart.
Yeah, they've just got to start playing like a team and playing defense with their feet and not trying to go for checks.
We've seen less fouls on the Sacred Heart end, more on the St. Anthony's end. So now Sacred Heart, St. Anthony's, both teams battling an 8-goal deficit. For Sacred Heart, St. Anthony's leads. The pass, the cut, and the goal. Ava Biancardi making it look easy.
Yeah, that's a beautiful speed. Again, throwing that ball into space, and you'll see on the replay here, just a great job, really nice patience, waits for the cutter to come out, throws that ball into space, and a beautiful finish.
Looks like she went through the 5-hole there.
Through the 5-hole, yes. Toughest save for a goalie to make.
That's Biancardi's third, the hat trick. She was held scoreless in the last meeting of the season, 11-10. St. Anthony's did win that, but today comes out and shows out 3 goals in the championship game.
Yeah, she's a good player. She knows how to cut into space. As you could tell from that cut, she did a really good job of just having her head up the whole time, knowing where her defenders were. She knew she was free once she came out of that crowd.
A great goal, but even a better assist, as you mentioned during the replay. It's all about who could set up the pass to score the goal. I feel like we always harp on good goals, but you always want to give in credit those assist makers.
Yeah, sometimes you want the point guard out there that could set these plays up. And one thing for a lot of young kids to recognize is, can you drive, pull the defenders, and make the pass while your feet are moving? It's a tough thing to do because you'll see a lot of players kind of stand and feed, and that's where they're telegraphing their passes, and that's really easy to play defensively.
So now Sacred Heart on possession. They have a bunch of players next year going to play on the collegiate level. Both of these teams do. Sacred Heart has possession. We'll kind of go over their commits. Kate Bendowski, who's out with an injury. See if they could do anything on this possession first. Don't want to interrupt the goal here because they are in the crease area.
Yeah, well, Kate Bendowski is a huge loss for Sacred Heart. I mean, she was a big impact player for Sacred Heart's offense. She did a great job at the beginning of the season, and it's unfortunate, you know, some of these ACL injuries, it's just, it really takes a beating, not just to the kid that has the ACL injury, but the whole team.
Fravert, who's been good in her substitution, she's kind of filled in that role. Her and Mayer have scored a lot of the goals now since Bendowski's been hurt. And you got to credit the sophomore Fravert for stepping in that role.
Yeah, as a coach, that's the big challenge for you is who's going to fill those voids, who's going to fill those roles, and who's going to come in and have that confidence. And as a sophomore, Fravert's done a really good job of that.
As Sacred Heart turns it over, a couple of their commits, Bendowski going to Quinnipiac, Bowden, as we mentioned, going to James Madison, Kira Brown going to Wesleyan, Maddie Cannon going to Lafayette, Kaylee Chin, who we haven't called today, going to Fairfield University, Scarlett Schiafarelli going to Winthrop. As St. Anthony's brings it up, Biancardi looking for 4 and hits the post. Oh my God, but the rebound goes in. That's number 19, Meredith McFarland, who the rebound just bounced right to her.
Yeah, St. Anthony's is not giving up on this play. Great rebound, really smart play, and unfortunately Bowden gets a little tied up on trying to make that first save and loses track of the ball. And a heads-up play for St. Anthony's on that, just to have that awareness, catching the ball off the post and knowing what her options were.
Biancardi wanted to tie Calabria for a piece. just misses, hits the post. And McFarland, as they say, right place, right time on the rebound. As Bowden was on the floor, she just tapped it in.
Yeah, it's a great heads-up play. Way to have the awareness of knowing where the ball is off that pipe and finding it and finishing.
We're halfway through the second half, 13-3. St. Anthony's leads. We'll take a break. We'll come back for the second half of the game. Second half of the second half, if that makes sense. But we'll be back. Orland and Cohen, the game of the week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
There's a nice dish, and there's a score. Birdie goes boom.
Incredible pass.
That's Chloe Humphrey. That's a beautiful move.
Eaton goes. She shoots. High. No. A goal. Eaton is eating.
Calabria ahead inside. High save again. 15 saves.
She is the real deal.
Gotta give it up. He does to his brother who scored.
Spalina to Spalina.
Gives it up. McNamara. He rips it and he scores. Mullum. Shot is a save. Fitzpatrick nearly slips down. He fires and he scores. There's the game winner.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production.
11:19 left in the game. Orland and Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production, alongside Danielle Gallagher, longtime coach on Long Island. Danielle, kind of give me a little bit of background of how you got into lacrosse, where you played.
Well, I'm pretty old, so I had to play boys lacrosse growing up. We didn't have girls lacrosse programs, and fortunately for me, I was able to play with the boys for a couple years, and I loved every minute of it, learned a ton, had some great coaches. I played for Manhasset High School under Pam McDonough, and I had a phenomenal time there, state champion at Manhasset High School. From there, I went on to the College of William & Mary. At the time, we were like a number 10 team in the country. Played in an NCAA quarterfinal there, so it was a really good experience. From my collegiate days, I went on to play with the U.S. national team, and I had a great opportunity to travel around the world playing lacrosse for the U.S. national team, playing in 4 World Cups.
As Lacasio, she shoots, and a goal! But is there a whistle? No. Abby Lacasio scores. Lucky number 14, as they just surpassed the 13 goal mark, and we're at 14.
We've talked about fakes all day. She does a head fake, a shoulder fake, and a stick fake on this. Really tough save for Bowden to make. Beautiful shot, and I'll tell you right now, she's going to Northwestern next year. Those fakes are going to buy her a lot of time and space because she's going to need it because the game gets really physical, and Northwestern plays some really good competition.
And as you just mentioned, you played on that college level. How hard is it to make that jump from the high school to the collegiate level?
Yeah, I played in a different world, in a different time, different rules, but just watching kids that I've coached go from the high school level to the collegiate level, you've got to be mentally tough, you've got to be physically tough, And you know, you really need to be passionate about it. You've got to live it, love it, and want to do it every day. And these kids do at the collegiate level. You know, a lot of these kids that are going into the NCAA Elite Eight right now, it's a tough road in the sense that college is done, everybody else is off campus. Are you ready to bring it to the next game?
As Sacred Heart brings it up, they trail 14-3, looking to end on a good note here. Tail some goals in. Hey, I've seen some crazy comebacks here. It's never over to the last whistle.
Yeah, Kira Brown driving on that, got her head up. She's looking for some cutting opportunities, and some of her teammates are just staring at her. She's got to make sure she's got options.
There's Mayer.
Sacred Heart keeping it down here, trying to do some positive things in their attacking end.
Mayer gets a pick. She won't use it, she'll give it up.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it earlier, Sacred Heart just working for some good opportunities and some good shots.
The shot and a goal. That's number 18.
Sacred Heart goal scored by number 18,
Elizabeth Darcy, her second of the day. Let's take a look here, Danielle.
Yeah, Darcy does a great job. She gets space and she gets around the corner on that defender. Hard to stop for a goalie, and the defender's got to see if she can turn her back. But unfortunately, she gets the defender's hips turns, and that leaves her a righty shot wide open.
The sophomore, Darcy, in the championship game, she has 2 goals. Here you see Coach O'Connor talking to her players. A great coach. I'm sorry, is that the assistant coach?
Yes, that's the assistant.
Still,
One of the assistants. They've got 4 assistants. Coach O'Connor's wearing the white. She's got the clipboard.
a well-renowned coach on Long Island. You said you know her very well.
I actually know Daniela Trasco. She played at BU. She played with me in the club system. She also played on the U.S. national team for 2 World Cups. Another player down on the field for Sacred Heart is Kara Urbank, an NCAA national champion last year. Great player from Boston College.
So a well-talented team on both sides. And how about on the St. Anthony side?
So you've got Summer Ferraro, who's been there for years. I'm forgetting where she played in college.
Limestone.
Limestone. And she's been the head coach with St. Anthony's for, well over 10 years, and she's done a great job with this program, producing numerous top collegiate players.
Top collegiate players and a lot of champions.
Yeah, she actually has playing in the next week or so. She's got Natalie Smith playing for Syracuse, Charlotte Verhulst playing for Stony Brook, Charlotte Campbell, an America East Goalie of the Year playing for Stony Brook, and Hunter Roman playing for Boston College.
As we talk about these girls on the field going to play, the alumni have showed up on the collegiate level, and we have an America East Goalie of the Year coming from St. Anthony's High School, which is amazing to see.
Yeah, we talked about earlier all the players from Sacred Heart who are going on to play at the collegiate level. St. Anthony's also has a lot of players going to play on at the collegiate level.
As we have a stoppage here, it'll be a free position. I'll get to that in a second, Danielle, after the free position off the stick of Sacred Heart.
Yeah, we've got Charlotte Brown on the line.
She goes, she shoots, and another save by Zank, number 8.
Yeah, Charlotte Brown goes for a quick release on that shot. And Zank, again, doing a really good job with the low shots.
Lacasio goes, and a goal! Abby Lacasio getting it done.
Yeah, Kenny did a great job in transition, coming in fast and hard. As she comes in again, draws the defender, leaves Lacasio wide open on the backside, and Lacasio again throwing the fakes, the head fake, shoulder fake. Really tough save for Bode to make.
Senior captain going to Northwestern next year. Mascot are they? The Cats?
They are. Wildcats.
Wildcats. The future Wildcat.
Coached by Kelly Amante, one of my U.S. national teammates.
Long Island connection, huh? A lot of Long Island coaches, a lot of Long Island players. Look You know, I've talked about this last couple of broadcasts. Long Island is a big hot spot for lacrosse, both on the boys and the girls side. You know, we've seen teams from California come in. We did St. Ignatius from California come in. A couple other places in the country are trying to get to that Long Island level, like Maryland.
Maryland, I think, is at that Long Island level. They definitely compete with us. If you look at the national spotlight, you'll see a smattering of Maryland teams and New York teams. You've got Northport in the national top 25. St. Anthony's is number 8 team in the national 25. So there are a lot of New York teams. Wantagh, I could just keep rattling them off because there are plenty in New York, Long Island.
It's great to see. And we've covered a lot of lacrosse, and kind of to lead into that after the free position, and Fravert will pass it out. The shot, that's a goal by number 30. That's Kira Brown.
Yeah, this is a great setup on this free position shot. You know, I talked about it earlier, like looking for the passes on the free position shots is a great option. And Kira Brown is right on that center hash. The free position shots on the hanging hash, she does a great job of moving the ball to the center. Toughest spot for the goalie to make that save.
And as we mentioned, we have an upcoming game here on TND Sports Video Production. It's the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week. Friday, May 20th, the New York Catholic High School State AA Championship. Kellenberg versus St. Dominic's. And that's going to be a great game. It's another Catholic League title game between two of the best. St. Dom's from Oyster Bay, Kellenberg from East Meadow. It's going to be a great game. St. Anthony's is not done. Number 5 gets number 5. Tess Calabria. Off the draw, she seems to be down, but she seems to be okay.
Yeah, a little bit of a collision there on the shot. Coming in, a nice, really nice give and go setup on that. Makes it tough for the defense to play. A little bit of contact after she took that shot. I'm not sure if it's her wrist.
We have a stoppage here. The trainer comes out with both coaches. We'll go to a quick break. 2:24 remaining. 16-5 your score on the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week. Brought to you by TND Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
We're back after the quick break. 2:47 left, 16-5. Alongside my broadcast partner, Danielle Gallagher. It's been a pleasure teaching me a lot about the girls' game and lacrosse in general.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. You're teaching me a lot about commentating.
It's been a great time. 16-5. The Friars.
Yes, we've got possession here for St. Anthony's because there was a foul after the shot. So St. Anthony's is awarded the ball.
And they are not stopping on the offensive end. Biancardi. So Calabria comes off, and that's another goal. Number 10, Rose Christie for number 2 of the day.
It's, again, really nice passing, and St. Anthony's isn't backing down. They're going right at it. Great drive up top. Unfortunately, the slide doesn't come from the backside defensively, and she's wide open in the middle of the H, leaving Bowden by herself.
The clock will run now. I learned last game that if it's a 10-goal deficit, the clock runs.
Yeah, it's tough when you're in that position because you want to come back and you want more time, and if you do chip away at that score, you're losing a lot of time.
So under 2 minutes now, 17-5. St. Anthony's will add another championship. And for these seniors, this is it. For the juniors next year, they'll look to gain another championship. But for next year, I think, and the years to come at Sacred Heart, they have a bright future.
Oh, they definitely do. I mean, you've got some really young players on the field for both teams, but Sacred Heart, you know, we've seen a bunch of sophomores, a bunch of freshmen, and some juniors stepping up as well. The younger players need to learn from the upperclassmen, and hopefully what they learned here is they don't want to lose to St. Anthony's. What are you going to do next year, and what are you going to do to change it?
There's always things to improve on from year to year, and like you said, Sacred Heart, both teams, but Sacred Heart has a lot of young players who are going to come back next year and hopefully be in the same position next year in this championship game.
Exactly. Year after year, this game is very competitive. St. Anthony's this year has just been really tough to stop. In this game, they're just working really well as a team.
We're under a minute now. And another shot, and saved by Bowden. Bowden on the day, that's save number 6.
Yeah, Bowden does a great job on this. That's a tough pass for that attacker to handle. Bowden stays with it and knows exactly where she is, and she tries to go for the high-to-high shot, and Bowden makes sure she can't get it in.
That was Sarah Concanon, the senior who will be going to Fordham next year, will not be playing, but just attending Fordham in New York. And now we're under 15 seconds. Sacred Heart looking to just get one more shot off at the end of the game here. 5. It's Brown, makes a spin. She shoots wide, and that will do it. St. Anthony's Friars, Girls Championship champions, AA.
Congratulations to St. Anthony's.
Yeah, like looking at this game overall, you know, both teams came out to play. St. Anthony's got the better of Sacred Heart today.
17-5, the final score, and it's time to address our player of the game. And I know we talked about this on the last break, but I'm going to have to give it to the sophomore who showed up big in a championship game. That's number 5, Tess Calabria, with 5 goals.
Yeah, I've got to say it's really tough to pick a player of the game because I think for St. Anthony's there were a few players who you could pick, but Calabria definitely did a phenomenal job.
And we'll be meeting with her. Hopefully, she had that wrist injury at the end of the game, so hopefully she is okay to do an interview with us. If not, our backup will be the goalie, Lexi Zank, number 37, who did have 8 saves on the day.
She played great. She played amazing.
As we see the St. Anthony's team celebrating, but on the flip side, good effort by Sacred Heart today. Another championship for them coming in. Again, they're a very young team. Couple seniors, and I want to wish the best of luck to those seniors who are going to play on the next level next year.
I agree with you. And one thing you have to realize as a player, unfortunately, somebody has to end up being the one that loses the game. But the thing to realize, they're playing in the championship game. It takes a lot just to get here.
8 different goal scorers on 17 goals. 17 goals, 8 different goal scorers, and as a coach, you love to see that, and that's a question I'm going to ask either player that I meet with, because, you know, if you could spread the ball around, and you know, as an old coach, still coaching, but, you know, you see it, you want to get more people involved in the game.
Did you just call me an old coach?
Former coach, not old.
right.
Sorry.
Just checking.
You're not old. A lot of pictures being taken, and we have a trophy presentation coming in the next few minutes. The champions, congrats to the St. Anthony's Friars, who are the Nassau Suffolk Girls Catholic High School Girls Athletic Association AA champions.
They did a great job today. You know, they played like a team. We talked about it throughout. When we were doing highlights, there was a lot of fakes. Made it really difficult for Bowden, Sacred Heart goalie, to make some saves.
We'll come back after this short break with the trophy presentation and my interview with either Calabria or Zank. We'll be back. T&D Sports Video Production or Lenny Cohen Game of the Week.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Back here on the campus of Adelphi University, Matamed Field. Sacred Heart falls to St. Anthony, 17-5.
Please join me in congratulating St. Anthony's and Sacred Heart.
And the trophy presentation.
We'd also like to thank our officials for their efforts not only tonight.
We'll hand it down to our PA announcer, Jack
At
Stanky.
this time, we ask you to please direct your attention to midfield for the award presentations. First, the league awards. Our co-players of the year. Ava Biancardi from St. Anthony's and Caitlin Bowden from Sacred Heart. Our varsity AA Sportsmanship Award goes to Kellenberg Memorial High School. And our AA Coach of the Year goes to Janine Perrone from St. John the Baptist. Moving on to our championship awards, the MVP in today's game from St. Anthony's is goalie Lexi Zank. Our Nassau Suffolk Catholic High School Girls Athletic Association AA Lacrosse finalists, the Sacred Heart Spartans, will now receive their runner-up trophies. Let's meet the players again. Kaylee Travert, Colleen Thiek, Courtney Cummins, Cadence Flaherty, Janaea Morton, Sienna Prisco, Julia Regan, Lily Darcy, Catherine O'Brien, Natalie Sokos, Kendra Daly, Maddie Cannon, Frankie Gray, Elizabeth Darcy, Katie Knapp, Catherine Batterberry, Charlotte Brown, Charlotte Safrelli, Kate Bendowski, Sophia Pesano, Rosalie Hafner, Mary Pesano, Sonia Leonetti, Alexandra Sim, Caitlin Cole, Kira Brown, Kaylee Chin, Shannon Mayer, Jean Pfeiffer, Isabella Margro, Colleen Stringer, and Caitlin Bowden. We now ask also the Sacred Heart captains of the team to come up and receive their trophy. And now for your 2022 Nassau Suffolk Catholic High School Girls Athletic Association AA Lacrosse champions, the St. Anthony Friars. Samantha Baker, Ava Biancardi, Erin Boyd, Victoria Bustamante, Tess Calabria, Julia Charbit, Rose Christie, Sarah Concannon, Taylor Cullen, Bridget Darcy, Blair Dobby, Abby Dahlia, Anita Dabari, Samantha DiCarlo, Samantha Edney, Emily Graham, Amanda Iglio, Lily Kaling, Megan Kenny, Shay Limbo, Caitlin Ciardi, Abigail Lacosio, Kaylee Lopez, Jillian Lopez, Lauren Mafia, Kat McAteer, Kathleen McConaughey, Casey McGorry, Meredith McFarland, Alexandra Ross, Amanda Passy, Tanner Scarola, Kayla Smith, Emily Stam, Holly Strang, Ashley Wetzel, and Lexi Zank. We also ask the St. Anthony captains, after receiving their trophy, to come up to the center. Congratulations to both teams again on their incredible performances throughout the season, and congratulations to St. Anthony's for winning the championship. Thank you. Thank you all for coming and have a good night.
Back here with Tess Calabria, number 5. Number 5 scored 5 goals on the day today. Congrats on the title.
Thank you so much.
It's a big win over a great school in Sacred Heart. What's the game plan going into a game like this?
I think we were just going to play our game and battle to the last whistle, and last game we had a lot of stuff to work on, and I think today we really executed, and we played with a lot of heart, and I think that's what ultimately won us the game.
This is a team that you guys have seen twice this year already. 2 close games. What's a message from Coach coming into a game like this?
I think one of our big messages was to do it for our seniors because we know it's our last time with us, and we just love each other so much, and we want to leave it all out there.
I think that's a great message that you just said for your senior class. You're a sophomore. What's the future like of this team?
I think each year we just get better, and with the talent we have, and we work hard every day, and it just pushes us all to be the best on the field.
Tess, go celebrate with your team. Congrats on a title for the Catholic League.
Thank you so much.
Danielle, back up to you after interviewing our player of the game, Tess Calabria.
Thanks, Chris. Great job. What a game tonight in the Nassau-Suffolk Catholic High School Girls Athletic Association AA Championship. We've got St. Anthony's on top, 17-5. Great game tonight by both teams. St. Anthony's comes out as the champion, and they did a phenomenal job this evening. Tess Calabria, as we just saw with Chris, player of the game, did a phenomenal job with 5 goals. You also had Lexi Zank with 8 saves, playing phenomenal as well. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you very much. The Orland Cohen Game of the Week. Next on the spot is going to be St. Dominic's and Kellenberg. Friday, May 23rd. May 28th. Sorry, Friday, May 20th.